Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai tourist visas. We're specifically discussing this in the context of the recently, now presumably repealed, requirement that those seeking a Thai tourist visa show a bank balance of 500,000 baht either in a Thai bank account or in currency equivalent in a bank account abroad. Now that requirement appears to have been appealed, but I have had some people contact me and ask me, do I really believe that this is at an end? In the sense that, do I truly think that this is no longer being required, or are they just not overtly saying that's the requirement? This theory, for lack of a better term, seems to be based on especially the requirements noted on the Royal Thai Embassy website in London, specifically subsection 4 under the tourism purpose under this tourism visa section, single entry tourist visas. Under subsection 4, it specifically states UK/Irish bank statements with sufficient fund to cover your trip to Thailand. It doesn't actually stipulate an amount. And I've had people contact me and say, well, do you think they're just not saying it's 500,000, but in reality, it's kind of what they want to see? Difficult to say with respect to the Thai embassy in London. That's not the impression I get from this. I think that they're trying to retain some adjudicatory discretion by not specifically stipulating an amount. Meanwhile, which I think further evidence which is dispositive on this issue comes from the Royal Thai Embassy website in the U.S. in Washington, D.C., under 2.9, under the section Visa and Certificate of Entry Procedures for Non-Thai Nationals wishing to enter Thailand for tourism purposes. Under section 2.9, it specifically stipulates the following. Copy of recent bank statement, $700 per person and $1,500 per family. The name of the applicant must be indicated clearly. In case of submitting a family bank statement, proof of relationship, i.e. birth certificate, marriage certificate, must be provided. So they clearly stipulate how much needs to be shown with respect to amounts of financial evidence for purposes of a Thai tourist visa at the Thai embassy in the USA. Meanwhile, it looks to me like they're not stipulating a specific amount in the UK. Again, they may be wanting to retain some adjudicatory discretion on that. They may just not have thought of it. They may just said, okay, we're repealing the 500,000 baht requirement. We'll just put up sufficient funds. And that's what they went ahead and put up. I don't think that this should be inferred to mean that 500,000 baht is still sort of the shadow requirement that they're not overtly stating and they still want to see that. I don't particularly think that's necessarily the case. That stated, anyone who is able to show 500,000 baht either in a Thai bank account or in foreign currency equivalent abroad, probably not a terrible idea to go ahead and just throw that in your application, because that was clearly a requirement before. That clearly demonstrates the threshold at least someone was looking at who was in a policy-making position. So not a terrible idea from the standpoint of evidence, but no, I do not think that there's sort of this secret requirement that it be 500,000 baht, even though they're not overtly saying so.